Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a highly anticipated MCU entry, with the prospect of the multiverse opening endless, maddening possibilities and presenting variants of familiar characters.
Things just got out of hand.
However, somehow, it gets better. In an exclusive interview with Fandango, Raimi has revealed that Multiverse of Madness has the flavor of horror, making it the first Marvel film with elements that are spooky and maybe straight up terrifying. And Raimi is certainly someone who knows a thing or two about horror.
8 of spades, 2 spades, jack of diamonds, jack of clubs.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is bound to be a film that is wide in scope. It will deal with the direct repercussions of the events that took place at the end of Spider-Man: No Way Home, which saw the multiverse break wide open, thanks to a magic spell gone wrong. Now Strange, no longer Sorcerer Supreme, will have to seek the help of his allies, such as America Chavez, played by Xochitl Gomez, and Wanda Maximoff, to fix the multiverse. While the question of Wanda herself and the path she might take is shrouded with mystery, the opening of the multiverse cannot be a good thing. Sinister variants lurk at every corner, and timelines have branched on their own accord. The absolute chaos of the situation opens the door for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness to tap into the horror genre. After all, what's more frightening than the unknown?
You opened the doorway, and we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Raimi, who is beloved among genre fans for his schlocky horror films like Drag Me to Hell and the Evil Dead franchise, clarified Marvel chief Kevin Feige's previous statement, claiming fans of Evil Dead 2 will be happy with the upcoming film, saying that while it will not be an all-out horror film, it contains elements of the genre throughout. He explained, "I think what Kevin meant, from my point of view, is that this film has a flavor of horror to it. Even after original director Scott Derrickson left the picture due to creative differences, that was still the mandate, to make the first Marvel film that had an element of horror, so I kept true to their original statements." Raimi went on to describe Multiverse of Madness as, quote, "spooky at some times and scary at others." He elaborated, "It's unknown what you'll find in the multiverse. It's within that unknown that suspense and darkness exists, a tool to titillate the audience's fear. Plus, Doctor Strange in the comics has always dealt in universes and dimensions that were quite spooky, so we tried to bring some of that into this film. That sounds intriguing, to say the least, and as Raimi himself has commented about titillating audience fears, Multiverse of Madness might just be able to achieve that, with variants of Strange's ex-lover Christine running around and the possibility that dark entities may enter Strange's world at any given moment. The narrative might indeed take a darker, more sinister turn. Raimi's origins in horror filmmaking truly started with his 1978 short, Within the Woods, which went to pave the way for his most popular offering, The Evil Dead. The film emerged as a template for madcap horror, although it's not nearly as shticky as his later films, with the gore filmed to be deliberately exaggerated, leading to sequences that are hilarious and genuinely unsettling at the same time. This genre hybridity seeped into Raimi's Spider-Man films, as well as later films like Drag Me to Hell, making for movies that are enjoyable, action-packed, funny, and tense all at once. A case in point is the hospital scene in Spider-Man 2, in which Dr. Otto Octavius's mechanical arms are about to be sawed off by a group of doctors. The arms, reacting out of a sense of self-preservation, proceed to grab the doctors one by one and kill them off in brutal fashion. There is something both mildly campy yet deeply disturbing about the doctors screaming for their lives, being dragged off screen, and being absolutely defenseless against Otto's killing machine. A throwback to Raimi's horror roots contained within a superhero movie setting. We'll see how Raimi expands on his signature brand of campy horror when Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness hits theaters on May 6th, 2022. Yep, you'll have to wait just a little bit longer, fans. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SlashFilm videos about your favorite TV shows and movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.